And we are live. Welcome back to the Wanna Parlay podcast. I'm Lance Bell. Next to me is Jack Neuheisel. And below me is Tone the Goat. Jack, go ahead and hit the intro and tell the beautiful people who sponsors this beautiful podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. The show, as always, is brought to you by Wanna Parlay, home of the $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2,000. We just got underway with March Madness. Today's format's going to be a little bit different because we're just poking in the middle of the tournament here. I can't speak for everybody here, but I made 5 separate brackets, and by 1:47 p.m. West Coast time today, all 5 were dead. So, call the doctor, call the coroner. It's an early exit for my billion-dollar dreams this year, but still a lot to play for. Tom, we were just talking, Lance and I, before you jumped on, before we went live here, but thinking today will be a little bit interesting on the format. We're just poking in mid-round. We're hoping to talk to your buddy and then, possibly pop in throughout the weekend, a little Friday, Saturday, Sunday while the games are going, and just kind of show face, update on the brackets, see how we're doing as we get through the first weekend here. So again, quick reminder to the people before we carry on with the show. VIP contest, one of the coolest things Wanna Parlay has to offer, is back up for grabs right now. $2 to enter, and the winner is getting an all-expenses-paid trip to San Antonio to watch the national championship, the culmination of this great March Madness tournament. Again, just $2 to enter. You get up to 100 entries. All in, if you took full advantage of it, it'd be $200 to something that would probably cost you $6,000 otherwise. So get after it as soon as possible. And now we get on with the show.
All right, well, it's the Wanna Parlay podcast, so you know where we start, gentlemen. We start at accountability hour. And today I'm a little fired up to do it. I had 10 bets total yesterday and 2 DNPs. That makes it 8 total, and I went 6-2. Pretty good stuff. Let me start off with Pascal Siakam over 20.5 points and rebounds. He had 29 points, so, that's easy. Call it cash. Rockets -2. Rockets -2.5 at Magic. Easy dub. They beat them easily. Terry Eason over 20.5 points and rebounds. That was a W. Another easy one. Cade Cunningham over 35.5 points and assists. This one was a little sketch. It came down to the game winner that he hit. Unbelievable shot. And that took us to the over, which was just beautiful. Luka Doncic over 31.5 points. This had me sick to my stomach, boys, because he had 25 in the first half, and he ends the game with 31. Just gross stuff. You don't love to see it, not in the slightest. My DNPs were Jokic bets, the over on his points and over on his rebounds. Now, if my dumbass knew that Jokic wasn't playing, I would have most definitely said Lakers any line, like anything, because you can go look statistically. When Jokic is on the floor, they're one of the best teams one of the best offenses of all time. When they're off, they're actually the worst of all time. So if he's not playing, the Nuggets are trash. Keep that in mind. Next, I had Josh Giddey, the Giddler, over 31.5 PRA. It actually cleared pretty easy at 22, 7, and 7. He's looking pretty good over there in Chicago. Do not be sleeping on him. I could make a lot more funny jokes too to go with that, but we'll just leave it at that. Jaren Jackson Jr., just a pathetic showing against the Trailblazers. There was just nothing to like about it. I think he shot 5 for 16. Not great. But Denny Avila, right? It's just Avila, I think so. Over 29.5 PRA. That one cleared easy. I know his stats exactly off the top of my head, but he cleared it easy. I think he almost had 30 points just himself. So that was good stuff. A quick shout out to David Smerling in the chat. He said, "What a joke. Clemson should have fouled earlier." You got to be kidding me. I mean, there's a lot to get into, David. Don't worry. Jack, go ahead.
I've been saying Avija this whole time.
Yeah,
I've been putting a little ja.
I like that. Okay. I was going to say, because I only know, I've tried Avila, and I try to not say his name often.
4 years of high school Spanish, 1 in college, so I don't know. We'll defer to me in the meantime. Denny Avija, congratulations. Hot stop last night, Lance. This is when it all started to go wrong for me on the tournament. I went 4-0 on the Tuesday night, got a little cocky. Texas was looking beautiful. Was up double digits in the first half and cruising, and then slowly but surely just fell apart there late. All the big shot takers and makers of the regular season let me down. Trey Johnson's going to be a hell of an NBA player, but just didn't have the last 5 minutes of that game that I needed. So Texas plus 3.5, an unfortunate non-cover. They should have won the game, let alone cover the 3.5. The over does hit, thank goodness, over 151.5. And then American minus 2.5. That was always going to be a guess. I did my best by our audience. I did 30 minutes of research on that game, all just to blow it, but that was always a guess. So it's 1-2. It is what it is. Tone, did you pick me up like you always do?
I'm pretty sure I did. I haven't been able to tally the whole thing, but from a naked eye, it doesn't look too shabby. Starting at the top of my list with my money lines, I had George Mason for the W. They hit. I had North Texas for the W. They hit. I had SMU for the W. They hit. I had SMU over 37.5 first half, and they bust. This is where it gets kind of tricky for me. I don't know. You let me know. UC Irvin I had for the W, and San Francisco I had for the W. I'm not sure what that ended like. Purdue I had for the W. They hit. Wisconsin for the W. They hit. Houston for the W. They hit. Auburn first half win. They hit. Clemson for the W. Yeah. Tennessee. And this is, I think these are going forward. Tennessee and Texas A&M and Missouri. On the other side, I had Jalen Green, 21.5 points. He hit. Dalton Connect, 1.5 threes. He hit. Anthony Edwards, 22.5 points. He hit. Zion, 19.5 points. He hit. Jackson Hayes, 6.5 points. 6.5 rebounds. He hit. I'm not even sure the game started. RJ Lewis Jr. over 1.5 threes. Then I had Zakai Ziegler, which I think just ended, over 1.5 threes. You guys let me know how to. Emmanuel Sharp over 12.5 points. I said over, and he did not hit. I had Quentin Grimes, 23.5 points over. He cleared. I had Chet Holmgren, 19.5 points. He ended with 19. And I had Yabusele. Yeah. I had Yabusele 0.5 rebounds over, and he didn't hit. So that looks like I have 5 misses so far. I don't know.
Let me pick you up here. UC Irvine hit, San Francisco hit. So there's 2 more added to the win column for you. Okay. And then Ziegler hasn't tipped yet. He's Tennessee doesn't go off till later.
I think that's a lock anyway.
Yeah.
1.5 3-pointers, guys. Get that.
I will say you were who do they have? Who's Tennessee playing here this evening? They've got not Bryant. They've got God dang it.
He messed up.
Let me pull up the one bracket I have that's doing semi-decently and see what the hell we got going on here.
Yeah.
There's some sneaky Vegas data saying Wolford's covering that number.
Wolford?
Public's all over Tennessee. Money's on Wolford.
I'm gonna be honest, boys. I'm on this SEC's fraudulent movement. I've been besides their top guys, and honestly, Tennessee is one of their top guys, so I don't want to be too much of a hater on Tennessee. I will be probably on their side, but I took the Gonzaga, and I've looked good so far. I don't believe in I believe in Drake over Missouri. I believe, but the one I do like is Arkansas over Kansas. I'm taking Coach Cal. I got tricky stuff with the SEC. So how are the brackets looking for you guys realistically?
So you said SEC is fraudulent here, okay? We got Auburn through their first round, not a stretch. They're playing Alabama State.
Yeah.
Then we head into obviously Texas goes down last night. And then so far so good, that's just been it. So we got a 1-1 split so far of the SEC. So as you staring down the barrel here, Lance, you're fading who else today? You got Missouri, you like Drake, you just said. And then you're taking Yale.
I'm taking Yale. I'm taking Yale. I'm taking UConn. No, but I'm not taking Kansas. I'm actually taking Arkansas. I think Kansas is more fraudulent than Arkansas this year. And, I like Coach Cal, his first year away from Kentucky. I believe a curse is going to be lifted off his shoulders. He's going to have a little success. But honestly, he runs into St. John's, and I'm taking Patino in that matchup. So I'm a little all over the place, but aren't we all when it's March? That's why they end it with madness. So,
dude, I put 5 brackets down, wanting so bad to still come into the show with one still hanging on to perfect. And Clemson ultimately is the one that lets me down. But right out of the gate, Creighton got hot on Louisville. Louisville was up 6 early, and all of a sudden Creighton got hot, made 7 of 8 threes, ended up cooling off from three-pointer a little bit in the second half, gave Louisville a window there to kind of creep back into it. Chucky Hepburn, baller. He was the guy I thought I was getting out of him. Had 22 tonight. Terrence Edwards Jr. had a big second half. Ends up with 21. So just disappointing. Creighton was just scorching hot there for 15 minutes that game.
It was so brutal. It was brutal stuff because I also I had bet that I was on Louisville. I got convinced by my buddies. I mean, you guys told me from the beginning Creighton was the call. And, you know, I just listened to some bozo that tried to tell me he knows ball. He doesn't know ball, by the way. That's confirmed, and that will remain confirmed. But Creighton just got hot, man. They just couldn't miss for like the stretch of about 10 minutes left in the first half till the end of the first half. And it was just tough to watch.
And then that Arizona State transfer, Jemiah Neal, just was every big shot taker maker. It just kept taking it low on the shot clock and just taking my lunch money because they kept getting close. They kept bringing it back to like 9, bringing it back to 10, sitting in that slot.
Yeah, and then, I will say I respect Louisville's fight. I respect the fight. They didn't give up.
Yeah. My man getting a technical. That's when it felt over. We get the transition chance right there. Missed 3-pointer, a missed call on the foul, caught him on the elbow. Quick tech, water bottle on the court. That's when it felt like, all right, knocking the king over. It's officially over. So immediately every bracket I really felt good about, where I wasn't fading my instincts, where I was trusting my gut, immediately dead. Was big on Louisville. So now I got to flip over to my other bracket here, where I hang in there. This one didn't have high point. I went more conservative, went Purdue on that one. So hanging in there. As I get to the evening, though, with this bad boy, I got UC San Diego against Michigan, which is not at all what I believe in. I will say it's a funny spread. I don't know why a 5-12 game is a -2.5. UC San Diego is a team that's won 30 games, the team that held USC this year to 39 points in a game. So lot to like here. I'm just telling you, the line is 2.5. All of the money, all of the public is on Michigan, and the line is staying firm at 2.5. So something about Vegas likes what they have in UC San Diego.
Man, I mean, you're 100% right. It's not like what you just told. Like, there's, for some reason, if there's a lot of money on Michigan and the line hasn't moved and we're talking about a UC San Diego team, like something is probably up. But Michigan, Jack, you've been just preaching the Danny Wolf and the golden guy. I mean,
love gold, and then they got right at the end of the year. I mean, it pains me. It pains me. By the way, Sperling in the chat, congrats on Wisconsin. One of my remaining brackets has Wisconsin as my national champion out of a service to my Wisconsin-born grandfather. So we'll see if that freak show is pulled off. But the two brackets I have that have any chance of making me money left. I've got Auburn winning the national championship in one. I've got Wisconsin winning it in the other, which is a stretch. And then in both of them, though, I'm rolling Texas A&M against Yale. That's not going to be our upset. I'm rolling UC San Diego over Michigan. And I've been preaching Michigan this entire last 4 months on this show.
That's why you break my heart. You break my heart, my friend, because I'm like, I've been here with you. I've been loving the Danny Wolf action. I've been loving the Vlad Gold, whatever the hell his name is. And I'm like, I'm letting them, I got them losing to Auburn in the Sweet 16. So obviously I'm going Michigan, and I will be betting Michigan. But, and I got Yale on the other side. I'm saying SEC, I'm done with you. You didn't deserve 14 teams. That was too many teams. Now, I know the ACC probably didn't even deserve 4 in themselves, but I'm like, the SEC, this is the trend I'm trying to find. That's the one I got. I think they're fraud. I got a lot of them losing early.
Let's pump the brakes. Okay, Clemson got that game back to a 2-point game. It was a goofy start. North Carolina is going to get hot and rip off. The ACC is going to be just fine. Let's lay off the ACC.
Hey. That's fair, but Clemson just lost to McNeese State. That's reality. We can say whatever. Clemson just lost to McNeese State. I mean,
it was a bad start. It was a bad start.
Hey, it's valid. It's valid. I'm not trying to dog, too much in the conference, but I'm gonna stick with my SEC being fraud. That's one I gotta stick with. One I was super bummed about was Montana not covering. We had OIC Eat Her Taco. Is that our guy?
Yeah, that's Lonnie there.
Let's go. Let's get him in here. Lonnie Lyle, can you hear us?
I think his mic is on mute right
there he
now.
is. There's the camera, and there's the mic. There he is.
What's going on, Lonnie?
Yo, how y'all doing today, man?
Doing good, Lonnie. Hey, real quick, are you going to be at this party on Sunday that Tone's throwing?
Of course, man. Of course. Come on,
There
man.
we go. How's the bracket doing so far today?
Man, Clemson just fucked mine up.
You and me both, man. They got back to 2. I was sitting there praying for it.
I got all the flyers.
Oh, look at it go. Hell yeah, Lonnie.
I've been passing them out all day, all fucking week, man. All week
I love it, Lonnie. Hell yeah.
I was trying to hurry and get home. I'm in the car. I'm like 10 seconds from the house. I was trying to hurry and get to the crib.
We're in the middle of this emergency press conference right now, just trying to keep people updated. By the way, BYU looks like it's going final. They're going to hang on to beat VCU. So I got the Cougs rolling to my Sweet 16. So one bit of good news for me. I got burned on Louisville, Lonnie, and I got burned on Clemson. Bad start.
Man, that damn Clemson, boy. I said, ugh, that shit was ugly.
Jack, a quick shout out to myself. You know, I'm not trying to glaze too hard, but I did tell you, High Point, get away from it. Get away from it. Once Barstool caught wind, get away from it.
They blew the secret, and Purdue played damn good. Yeah. I always want to give that Braden Smith kid shit. The kid that looks like a leprechaun over there, Tone, that won Big Ten Player of the Year. He's damn good in that pick and roll, but he thinks he's Steve Nash, and he's just not. And so I was prepared to fade Purdue, but good for them. Played well. Lance, give me credit though. And Lonnie, I don't know if you saw that game. It's the High Point battles. We were hanging in there at 56-56. We were hanging in late.
No, I didn't watch any game today. I've been out here working. I just been keeping track of them though. But
good for you. Are you hustling up now? Are you going to be able to get in front of a TV?
Yeah, I'm about to walk in that thing right now.
Oh, good to be good. So, Lonnie, who you got tonight? We were just talking the Michigan game, going through Michigan. Who the hell? I can't even remember their name. UC San Diego. Oh, he's in the move.
Yeah. You catch
Tone, who do you got tonight? What upsets you got going, Tone?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's a given what Michigan is gonna do if they go out first round. That is just crazy. But Creighton was my called upset definitely when Jack specifically said, you know, do I see any upsets in the first round? You guys dig in your back pocket and grab that receipt out. Run that episode back from yesterday. I promise you. I told you. I said Creighton. And I gave you a few others, but Creighton was one of the main ones that I tell you has been playing some tremendous ball this season, and do not automatically X them out on your bracket for the next round. I'm telling you that right now. Do not X them out. I'm telling you now. I know they're playing. I think it's number 1 seed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to hit 7 consecutive threes in a stretch right there and go on a 21-3 run, yeah, you're going to beat just about anybody. So they're dangerous. Especially, I think it's who do they get? Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn.
Yep.
Who they win by 23, but they don't cover their number today. It wasn't exactly convincing. I don't know if you guys saw the press conference or after the game. By the way, Bruce Pearl said what's great about his team is his guards are not pussies. Said that on the live broadcast, which I really appreciate.
I love that.
Who's your team, Lonnie? Who do you root for?
I mean, you know, I'm Georgia grown, so I'm gonna go for Georgia. They were ugly at first, but
I took you guys on the upset. Yeah, I watched you guys beat Florida a couple weeks ago. I took you guys on the upset against Gonzaga, and all of a sudden it was 23-3 to start the game. I was like, oh my God, what's happening to the Bulldogs?
Exactly. I said, what the hell is going on? But what's the score right now?
78-54.
Now 56. Don't discount the 2.
Okay.
Oh my God, that is not looking good.
Yeah, you want to talk about another big time 8-1 matchup? We just talked the Creighton game. This Gonzaga Houston game that's going to come up after this. Gonzaga wants to shoot like this. They were something like 11 of 12 from the field to start the game with 7 turnovers.
Jesus,
tough to play. Tough to play.
Yeah, that's tough to beat.
Yeah.
All right. And what about this Arkansas-Kansas game? This is an interesting one. 5.5 points on the spread right here. I got to win some money, boys. I'm losing money left and right. I set off 4 separate parlays that all started with Louisville. So I got to recoup some cash here. And then literally my afternoon slate, I was like, all right. And I started everything with Clemson. So I got to completely rebrand here. I need a win out of this Arkansas Kansas game. Someone get me right.
Kansas minus 4.5 all day. Take it. It's going to clear. I know Lantz was saying that he sees the fraudulent in them and it's going to hit. So we're at a hedge tonight. You know, we're going to see how it happens, but I think they're going to clear the minus 4.5, not just the W, but the 4.5 minus.
What do you think of this Big Z guy for Arkansas, the Kentucky transfer? Has he got a chance against Hunter Dickinson? Because in my mind, if he can bang with Hunter Dickinson, then I like Kansas. I like Arkansas. I like their guards.
That's okay. There we go. Why I call him fraud. I'm like, Arkansas can match up against the whole story about Kansas is everything's been through Dickinson, right? Dickinson's been their guy, and it's either they win through him or they lose games. Am I right?
Yeah, it's like a poor man's college Midwest Jokic is their offense and who he
okay,
is.
So that's why I'm sitting here and I'm like, Arkansas, I think is going to play him physical, and I'm like, I'm taking Calipari. For some reason, I just don't see him losing in this first round against Kansas. There's something in my bones now. Obviously, who knows? I don't know. But I'm like, there's something in my bones that just tells me I'm not only talking about covering. I'm not talking, they could lose, but I'm talking about covering the 4.5 points. I think if anything, it's a close game. But I'm talking spread here. I'm talking spread.
We got two guys from the SEC footprint. So SEC guys, tell me what we're seeing here in the Arkansas, Kansas, and Yale, Texas A&M. Lance, you're an idiot. I actually think Texas A&M's covering the 7.5.
7.5, yeah. Definitely. Oh, with the Kansas and the Arkansas, what I do want to say though, Kansas made me a believer when they beat UCF. UCF is not a shabby team at all, and I think that's what made me feel that's what won me over, especially with this matchup going against Arkansas. I think it'll be, you know, a scrappy fight, but they'll pull it out and they'll clear the minus 4.5. Now, with the did you say who was it? Jack, Tennessee Tech?
Texas A&M Yale game.
Texas A&M and Yale. I'm with Lance on that one. I'm thinking Yale is going to pull the upset. I know they have. Again, I said this the other day. I know they've only been playing Princeton and Harvard and you know some of these whatever. But I think they're gonna come. They're gonna do the science and the math, and they're gonna calculate things at a certain angle and from a diaphragm that you know Texas A&M are not gonna be able to match up.
What banking jobs are you guys applying for and not telling me about? We run a fucking sports podcast over here. For God's sakes, we're rolling with the nerds? Never once in our lives.
Give me the nerds.
Yeah, definitely. Going with
Lonnie stayed me too. Okay, the three of you then. Let's go. I'm going 3 units on the 7.5. Let's rock. I got one for each of you.
3 units, 1 for each. I love that. That's fucking hilarious.
What makes me more confident, Jack and Lance and Lonnie, is the plus 7.5 for Yale. That's what I really put on my prop sheet. That's what I'm rolling with, the plus 7.5. You know, because I just don't see them making it easy with this year that they've had. I feel like they've seen Creighton do what they did, and that gives a lot of underdogs some oomph to come out. And you know, I put it up because I put it up in air because Yale has played some great ball.
Hey, no Jack, question. KG Lil Joe's in the chat. He says Texas A&M in a blowout and take Texas A&M's Phelps over 12.5 points. So, hey, there are people that are with you, but man, those Yale Bulldogs, I want them, Jack. I want them.
I just need to hear it just for some self-affirmation. You said there are people with me out there?
There are people.
I need to remind myself. Okay, right on. Here's a question, team. We've had the upsets but it's been a little lopsided. I guess that the Clemson game at the very end ends up getting a little hairy. But when the McNeese kid hits his free throws, really that game was put on ice. When are we getting our buzzer beater today? When are we getting some March Madness, late turnovers, some freak show basketball? What game is this coming out of?
Drake over Missouri. It's going to be a dog fight. I'm taking them boys, Drake. Come on.
Drake.
Come on.
I got Drake too. Now, is it going to be like a miracle shot type of game? I don't really think so. I think that game might come with the Norfolk over Florida.
Okay.
I think Georgia is about to make a comeback in the last 6 minutes of the game, and Silas Damari Jr. is going to pull up from Stone Mountain and swish a 3 at the buzzer. That's what I think.
Man,
got
I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm with you 100% on that one.
you
Yes.
got 622 to make up 23 points. I'm rooting hard for you though. I'll keep eyes on it.
Here's KG in the chat. He says Drake upset tonight, buzzer beater. He says, dude, you stole my game. I didn't even see it. KG, now we're on the same team. March, I just want real quick, just for everyone. Isn't March great? Isn't March Madness just a great time of the year? I mean, there's nothing better than what's going on right now. This is just good, goddamn stuff.
These 4 days right here, and really all the way to the Masters 4 days. This little stretch is the best part of the sports calendar that isn't in football season. Football season is just prime. Give me a weird day in October anytime over this time. But outside of that, 7 months, let's go right here. This is the best time of year.
KG Lojo's Michigan lock of the night. He's firing. KG is firing. I mean, I can't imagine. I bet Little Joe's is also firing right now. I mean, Chicago has got to be going. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are listening to me, I'm on a lot of the dogs. I'm on Drake. I'm on Yale. I'm on whoever, Arkansas. Like, I mean, I'm believing, because there's been a little, and I know a little parody, but there hasn't been much so far this March. There hasn't
You're
been
a bit
much.
of a dog yourself there, Lance. Maybe that's it. You're just starting to see yourself amongst these guys. You were always a Yale man. I agree.
Yale. I mean, Yale it's poetry. It just sounds right. It just sounds right.
All right. Well, let's do this, fellas, because we're just, taking people away from the TV screens right now. We're going to be back with some emergency podcasts if we get the highlights that we're looking for tonight. Just pop right back on. But meantime, everyone's got 2 picks right now in the college hoops. If you got 2 picks right now in college hoops on these late games, I'll lead us off. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm taking Arkansas. I'll take the points, but I really want, coward. I'm going money line. Arkansas, money line. Who cares about the points? And then I'm sticking around because I've been backed into a goddamn wall, and I'm taking UC San Diego. The 12 over the 5 tonight. Win outright. Those are my 2.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, I got to fade you. I got to take Michigan. I'll be the one to stick with our guns because we've been talking about them. As long as this show's existed, Lonnie and Tone, we've been talking Michigan basketball. So I'm taking Michigan basketball, and then I'm taking Drake. Those are my 2. Drake spread, not money line. I don't have as big a nuts as Jack. Lonnie or Tone, who's up?
Go ahead, Lenny. Let him know.
All right. So the first one I got Duke over Mount St. Mary.
Beautiful.
I got Duke. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Flag coming back tonight. Is he 100%? We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's on minute restriction or nothing like that, but I definitely take Duke over them anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Norfolk State over Florida.
Going back.
Wait, you like Norfolk State straight up over Florida?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lonnie, I was going to give you a hard time because you took the 1 seed over the 16, but you just follow it right back up with the 16 over 1. I respect your card, man. I dig your style.
Yeah.
So to Lonnie's rescue, let me tell you guys, I have witnessed this guy make some of the wildest 6-pick parlays.
And cash.
I mean, wow. like how some platforms you'll have the regular bet line and then you have the beefed up bet line. He plays the beefed up bet line.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to Lonnie Lau.
By the way, Lonnie, what's your name on what's your account name on Wanna Parlay there?
Parlay King.
Parlay King, gotcha. Be looking out. I've seen it before. Now I know who the man behind the mask right there.
Yeah. But I've been losing by like 1 so much, man. That shit been pissing me the fuck off. Pissing me off, man. So hopefully tonight I get me another win in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We got to talk to the people at Wanna Parlay. We've it's been workshop before, a little pick forgiveness. If you go with all but 1 miss, could you get a little pick forgiveness and cash that in on a parlay every now and again?
That'd be a major difference.
Yeah.
My account.
At least get your money back, right? At least get you your money back. Yeah.
All right. Well, if we are only going with 2 for the night, because I know we got to get back to these games, and I'm watching this Georgia thing live. It looks like he's about to make that buzzer beater. You guys got to tune in. But I'm going with Michigan minus 2.5 out the gate. if you want to know one of my two just automatics, I'll let you know. Cat's out the bag. Michigan minus 2.5. And then on the other end, I think Kendrick Lamar is going to whoop Drake's ass tonight. I'll just put it like that.
Lonnie and Tony, you got to keep Lance and I apprised of whatever happens there. I don't have the end of the ear to the ground. I don't have the sources. I got secondhand information here. You got to keep me apprised.
That is so good. Oh man. All right. So, well, you heard the picks, folks. Jack, should we hit a quick little outro and get back to these games?
Yeah, letting everybody get back to the games. We've got a great March Madness. I know everyone's following their brackets, but if you're like 95% of America right now, your bracket is already busted. And the best way to play the March Madness going forward is a little parlay game. We got 7 more games left to play today. We got 16 going on tomorrow, and then 8 and 8 over the weekend. Sounds like parlay heaven, and it's going to be. All that's going on at Wanna Parlay. This was obviously brought to you by the fine people of Wanna Parlay. Home of the $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay. We're going to be back. We'll just keep you posted. Keep eyes on the Discord page. We'll fire out a message and be back on. If something major happens in the tournament, just be alert. We might just spring back on right away. But if not, we'll see you next Monday. Same time as always. Lance, whatever you got.
For everyone that showed up and showed out in the chat, we appreciate you. We appreciate Lonnie for joining us today. Absolute legend. Tone, as always. And Jack, what?
Real quick, let Tone tell the people about the party as well. I forgot to promote the party.
Promote the party, Tone.
For sure, this Sunday, man, you guys come on out. We're throwing one of the world's first ever parlay parties here in Atlanta, Georgia, Southeast region. If you're here or anywhere near, what they need to do, Jack?
Please appear.
There you go. Please appear. We are doing it from noon to 8:30 p.m. It is going down. Day party vibes, full kitchen, full bar, 9 different TV screens. Every game will be showed during halftime. When nothing's going on, we got some special guest performances. I got a lot of pretty ladies going to be in the building because that's what I attract. So, yeah, if you like sports, man, come on out. Even if you don't want to bet, we got some free categories that you can participate in and still win money. And Wanna Parlay is doing something special with the app on that day. So come on out. It's powered by Wanna Parlay, hosted by me this Sunday. Tap in.
Oh, yeah, Tom.
Well, there it is, folks. You heard it from the man. Be there. And look, real quick, Jack, I just got it. KG, he just wanted to tell you that your picks are 2 losers. He's a sick man. He's a bastard. So, but that's all of it.
I got him call me a loser. I got Tone fade me. I got you fade me. It's starting to feel a little one-sided, folks. Thank God I got Lonnie on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, and everybody here, my name, I know y'all looking crazy. Eater Taco, that's on another platform. But my name is Lonnie Lau, or on Wanna Parlay King. So, yeah.
There it is. Hey, one more time, chat. We appreciate you for showing out. And we'll be back probably over the weekend with an emergency podcast because there's going to be something crazy going on. But if not, 3 p.m. Pacific on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern. See you then. Adios. See ya.